Trenchtown man shot in his yard. A man was shot and injured in a gun attack while in his yard in Trenchtown yesterday morning. The shooting happened about 4:10 along Columbus Road in the area. It is reported that he was in his yard when he was pounced upon by assailants who shot him and escaped. The injured man was assisted to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was admitted for treatment. The incident is being probed by the police. PNP scores legal victory in St. James billboard removal lawsuit. The Supreme Court has ruled in favor of three People's National Party PNP standard-bearers in a legal battle against the St. James Municipal Corporation, declaring the removal of their campaign billboards unlawful. The court's decision comes after a legal challenge brought by Andrew Horton, Senator Janice Allen, and Alan Bernard, who allege that the corporation led by Jamaica Labour Party GLP Mayor of Montego Bay, Councillor Richard Vernon, violated their constitutional rights when it ordered the takedown of multiple campaign billboards on April 5th. The removals were later formalized by a motion passed at the Corporate's Financial Committee meeting on April 9, which purported to authorize the removal of all PNP campaign materials across the parish. In their response, the PNP candidates filed a judicial review, arguing that the corporation's actions were not only procedural flawed, but also amounted to political suppression. The court sided with the candidates, granting both leave for judicial review and an injunction to block any further removals. This ruling upholds the principles of fairness, freedom of expression, and the rule of law, said Senator Donna Scott Mosley, opposition spokesperson on justice. No public authority has the right to suppress legitimate political participation, and no Jamaican should fear political victimization. The judgment is the latest in a string of courtroom wins for the PNP, which has consistently challenged what it sees as political overreach and misuse of state authority. The party praised its legal team for securing the favorable outcome and commended the standard-bearers for standing up to what it describes as an abuse of power. Cotton banknotes to be phased out by July 1, says BOG. The Bank of Jamaica BOJ is reminding Jamaicans that cotton banknotes will no longer be legal tender after July 1, 2025, as the country continues its transition to the more durable currency. Businesses and individuals are therefore being urged to continue accepting and using the cotton notes for transactions up to and including June 30, 2025. To facilitate the transition, the BOJ has confirmed that it is exchanging old cotton notes for the new versions and will continue doing so indefinitely beyond the July 1 deadline. In addition, deposit-taking institutions have committed to accepting the cotton notes from their customers over the counter and in some cases via ATMs until at least the end of July 2025. Businesses and individuals can therefore rest assured that they will be able to deposit cotton banknotes to their bank accounts or exchange them for new banknotes at their respective DTIs, the central bank stated in a release. The BOJ is encouraging the public to contact their respective financial institutions for details on exchange and deposit options as the deadline approaches. No murder recorded in Jamaica yesterday. Jamaica recorded a murder-free day. ACP Phillips made the disclosure at the funeral service of 9-year-old Kelsey Fergon in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. According to ACP Phillips, the funeral was a reminder of the importance of creating a safe country for citizens, especially children. He said such an incident should never happen again, that crime cannot flourish in a community that cares.
Yesterday we had a murder-free day in Jamaica, and the police are celebrating a murder-free day. As we reflect on this tragedy, we are reminded of the importance of creating a safe and nurturing environment for our children. The Bible reminds us in Matthew 19:14, and I think I heard the minister with it earlier. Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that our children feel safe, loved, and protected. And in light of this tragedy, I want to reiterate, even in the interests of our Commissioner of Police, our call for our nation to make it secure and a time for pretend, as echoed in the powerful lyrics of Sizzla's song. We cannot afford to pretend that our children are safe when they are not. We must take concrete actions to prioritize the safety and well-being of our children. As the JCF, as the Jamaica Constabulary Force, you saw that we were committed to conducting a thorough and diligent investigation into Kelsey's murder. You have seen the results of our determination, and there was no doubt around our findings as to the person who was responsible. No doubt, absolutely no. But this should never happen again, never. And I always lament that crime cannot flourish in a community that cares. Crime cannot flourish in a community that cares. I want to appeal to our people once more to let us care for our children in an extraordinary way.
Debate soon on new tobacco control bill. Debate on the new tobacco control bill will take place soon in the lower and upper houses of Parliament, says Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton. He said that discussions on the bill by members of the Joint Select Committee took some time, but that was done to ensure consensus was reached. In an interview with reporters, the minister said he hopes the debate on the bill will be smooth, adding that they will have to spend some time on public education because it is a comprehensive legislation, which means a lot of new changes, a lot of new boundaries and guidelines, which mean that people need to know in the first instance. It is bringing in things like electronic cigarettes, which may not cover before. It is around issues such as advertising. It is fairly comprehensive. So I did not mind the time because we wanted it to be done properly and to be as participatory as possible, the minister noted. He added that the legislation is intended to restrict smoking as much as possible and, where possible, protect people who are not smokers from interacting with smoking and all the lead off from that, including eliminating advertising. Smoking ultimately leads to your demise, not other things do. Let us be clear, but there is finality in inhaling all the smoke in your lungs that I believe the studies show is a real challenge. So ultimately, it is about trying to eliminate, reduce, and hopefully totally prevent cigarettes from being a health hazard to those who use it and others around, the minister noted. The new bill puts the island in line to satisfy its outstanding obligation under the World Health Organization WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control Treaty, which is ratified more than 18 years ago. These are obligations that could not be satisfied under the existing Public Health Tobacco Control Regulations 2013. Among other things, the updated legislation is a response tool to curtail the promotion and sale of tobacco products to children, while also prohibiting the use of electronic nicotine delivery systems such as e-cigarettes in public spaces, and encouraging the cessation and reduction of smoking rate in the country. It also delivers to the public a clear message of the harmful health, environmental, economic, and social consequences of the use of tobacco and nicotine products. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.